Hi, good morning. Welcome to Business. My name is Darryl Kwao. Mobile money operators and financial technology companies have up to December 2020 to meet their minimum capital requirement. The Bank of Ghana has agreed with stakeholders to extend the deadline from the initial June date. The central bank says the decision is to ensure all operators meet the requirement. There's more in this report.
The Bank of Ghana last year announced June 2020 as a deadline for all mobile money operators, including telecom firms and banks engaged in mobile money transactions, to meet the minimum requirement to lose the operating licenses. The requirement forms part of the regulation process as prescribed by the Payments and Settlements Bill, which was passed last year. Speaking at the Mobile Technology for Development Conference in Accra, Head of Payment Systems Dr. Seto Amedeku said the central bank has revised the requirement and also extended the date to December 2020.
All fintechs are to use 50%, or existing fintechs are to use 50% of their existing assets, verifiable assets, as part of the paid-up capital, and 50% to be held at the Bank of Ghana. In addition, the governance framework and infrastructure requirement deadline has also been extended to December 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, the importance of financial inclusion for growth and development cannot be overemphasized. It is generally accepted that financial inclusion boosts economic growth and poverty reduction through channels such as savings, mobilization, and resource allocation. Most importantly, to central bankers, financial inclusion supports our efforts to maintain price stability.
Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who launched a conference organized by the Ghana Chamber of Telecoms, applauded efforts by operators to digitize the economy. He advocated the yet-to-be-introduced universal QR code system and says it will make payments for services easier.
Use and pay your trotro fare. It's very simple. No quarrels about changes. So we need to now move in that direction where we are using this mobile technology to actually effectively make Ghana a cash-light society.
Now, as the coronavirus continues to wreak havoc on global economies, Ghana's pharmaceutical chamber is worried about a possible shortage of drugs. This is because the world's largest producer and exporter of essential drugs, India, has banned the exports of some 25 essential drug ingredients as it braces up for an outbreak in that country. Now, Chairman of the Chamber of Pharmacy, Harrison Kofi Abutiate, tells Joy Business the development could impact local pharmaceutical firms in the long run. Charles Aite has more in the following report.
The Pharmaceutical Chamber of Ghana says the coronavirus outbreak could have an impact on Ghana as it relies heavily on China and India for drug ingredients. The coronavirus has reached astronomical levels as economies like China and Italy remains on lockdown. So far, India, a global hub and supplier of essential drug ingredients to European and emerging markets, has placed a ban on the export of essential drug ingredients as the country prepares to stock up against a possible outbreak of the virus. Speaking to Joy Business at the media launch and unveiling of a logo for the 2020 Ghana Pharmaceutical Expo, Chairman of the National Executive Council under the Chamber of Pharmacy Ghana, Harrison Kofi Abutiate, explained the ban has dire implications on the local industry.
China has a big raw material setup, and therefore, if it hits that hard, that could be a problem.
The restricted drugs include paracetamol, one of the world's most widely used pain relievers. Meanwhile, Harrison Kofi Abutiate has urged pharmaceutical companies to alert government to any imminent shortage.
If there are going to be shortages, they should warn people, they should warn the government or put an alert that there's likely to be the shortage of this, and therefore maybe ask the government to find alternative sources of supply.
Meanwhile, the Chamber of Pharmacy Ghana unveiled a logo for the 2020 Ghana Pharmaceutical Expo, which will center on making Ghana a pharmaceutical hub within the sub-region. Here is Deputy Minister of Health, Alexander Kofi Aban.
The Ministry of Health is looking forward to a successful GAFEX 2020 that would create the needed networking environment for the key stakeholders, both from the international and the local pharmaceutical industries.
The expo is under the theme Making Ghana a Pharmaceutical Hub, Opportunities and Partnerships.
And that's your business update. Sports is up next.